Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. We're going to be continuing my Starfield playthrough today. Our first goal today is going to be to set up an outpost on this planet for Lynn and Heller, and then that way we can go back to New Atlantis and pick up Sarah and Vasco and have all of them come with us for the time being. Just wanted to make sure I had my spacesuit on there.
Getting deja vu here. Huh.
So we want to make sure we have beryllium and aluminum for this first outpost, which I remember you can just go to put the outpost down and it will tell you when it's in a location that's got both of those things. So somewhere over in this direction, try to find a somewhat level spot, I guess. Once we get through setting up this base, we can continue on and go see about doing that first mission for the Vanguard. Oh, nice. I forgot I had my boost pack. That's convenient. Alright, I don't think that that's a terrible first spot for an outpost. Let's make sure that we're not putting the power grid down on top of any of our resources here. I guess we'll come over here. We can put the power stuff over here. Just gotta remember all these controls here. Can't remember. Oh, that's how you build it. Okay. How do you rotate it though? Oh, with the mouse buttons. Nice. Alright. So I think we're gonna need... That'll give us 12 actually. That might be enough power because I just want to at least for starters get 2 harvesters on the beryllium and 2 on the aluminum. And then we'll just set up a place for Heller and Lynn to live. I did not mean to put that there. Now I gotta remember. We can go to modify mode. And then I can move this somehow. Yeah, there we go. I guess we're gonna have some extra power production in this base for the time being. Alright, so aluminum extractor. It looks like we've got 2 spots with aluminum over there. And then the beryllium is actually right here. Alright, and then we need a container for those to go into, which I do not want to put on top of the actual ore, so we'll put it over here. And then I just have to remember how we connect them. Edit mode. Oh, uplink or output link. Perfect. All right. I have definitely not played this game as much on PC. If we were playing on the Xbox, I would definitely be able to be flying through this base building here. Alright, so that'll be handy, because now we won't have to worry about buying any more of those resources. Now we can just go ahead and make an actual base here. I tend to prefer these square ones. How do you... Oh, the variants are Q and T? Yeah, I tend to prefer these square ones, typically.
I have something for you.
And then we'll do one of them that has... lets a little light in, you know? So then we just have to make workstations in here, and then we should be able to assign them. I think that'll work too, because I
Relaxing to watch you remodel this place.
think you can actually do 2 crew per workstation, I think. Might as well give them somewhere to sleep, you know? Plus I can sleep there if I'm passing through here and need to. It would be cool if there was a way to like square stuff like that inside the units, because especially on the computer it seems to be a little difficult to actually get it straight just using the mouse buttons. Alright, now we should be able to just assign them to this outpost. Alright, there we go. Everybody's got a place to be now. I did, however, just think about a landing pad because it would be really handy to have one here for the future. It'll just be more convenient, but I'm missing stuff. What do I need? Okay, so I'm gonna not have enough iron. We'll have to set up an iron outpost at some point before we can do a landing pad. Who are these people? Oh, duh. It's Heller and Lynn coming from the ship. I'm like, okay, random people walking. Whoa, I've never seen that before, actually. That's weird. The ship was just not loaded in.
Here, I got this for you. Yes, it's for you. I kept the cooler stuff. Anyway, I figured you might have a use for it. It's not a problem. If I see anything on our next expedition to a planet, then I'll hang on to it for you.
Hey.
Alright, so then we're going to go do grunt work, the first mission for the Vanguard. But first, I need to just do some quick inventory management. Alright, now back to space we go.
Liftoff initiated, Captain. Time to venture into that view of the sky. Orbital insertion done. Among the stars.
Alright, we'll put that extra bar in the engine for now. And then we need to power the grav drive. Where are we going? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I never talked to the crew chief. That's so painful. We have to go all the way back to New Atlantis just for that.
Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
Stars.
All right, we're done. You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
And the crowds of New Atlantis don't make me uncomfortable, exactly. But it does feel domestic in some way. Normal. Controlled. It makes me antsy.
That would be because we're not out on the frontier when we're in New Atlantis.
Really? Shocked she managed to limp back here at all. Pull it for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can.
Yes, sir.
Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Herat. Pleasure to be working with you. It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up there. Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair suite. In addition to the standard issue welcome kit all probationary pilots get for their first mission. Med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts, all the essentials in case of any surprises up there. My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying a visit to the people of scenic Tau Ceti 2. Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel and you'll come home safe. Any questions before you head out? Then I won't keep you. Make us look good out there, recruit.
Alright, now we can go do the first mission.
Find your seats, stow your belongings.
Time to join the stars. We are now in stable orbit.
Alright, let's try that again.
Grav drive spinning down. Systems green.
I just realized I think I still have a level up to spend when we land too.
Time to park this buggy.
Alright, let's make sure we are well armed for this mission. Yeah, we really don't have that much ammo. It's not giving me much hope.
Hello, Captain.
That was weird. It almost looked like there was like a laser that shot off there or something.
All yours. Looks abandoned. Suddenly abandoned. Not liking that. Salvager, maybe?
Oh, it's
Looks like
from
this just happened relatively recent.
It's from Barrett's gun. That's what I was seeing. Oh, I just picked up a VHS tape. I definitely didn't need that. Let's just drop that so we have the space. Honestly, it's mind-blowing that you can find them in this game, because how did they ended up getting VHS tapes all the way out here? Definitely need to be collecting some more resources now that we've started getting into the base building as well. I've never trusted
Let's chat.
I've never trusted the doors of stalls in Bethesda games since Fallout 4, when I opened up a door and it like dropped a grenade in my face or something. That's unnerving.
Attacks are the more traditional solution.
Either I got hit harder than I thought, or you've got some incredible timing. Regardless, I think it knows you're here. I'll unlock the door. Second floor, main building. But be quiet. So what do we got here? Too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. You see on patrol, maybe? It'd make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out for a stroll. Vanguard, huh? Yeah, I expect they didn't. I'm Hadrian. I was a researcher with the UC. I came here on a rumor of a... Well, I expect you saw the results on your way in. What's left of the settlers? The work of Oxysio Machina. A terramorph. One of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with. And this one, well, it's something of an anomaly. Possibly a worrying one. I sure could. Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature, I'm gonna need a tissue sample from it. And to get that, I need its corpse. But there is a way we can give ourselves an edge against this thing. The plant's security system. The admin terminal's here in this building, but it needs its connection reset. And as I found out, that's not a one-person job. But if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back online. See if the settlers left us any other tools. Good. Once I see the connection reset, I'll get things underway on my end. Take care of yourself out there. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
That's optimistic of you. Oh, let's see. I don't think we had Frankenstein yet. I know that there's like some place, I've actually never found it, but I think there's somebody I saw online that you can sell like one copy of each book to, so I'll have to see if I can track that down.
Let's talk. You have time.
That conversation can wait until after we deal with this terramorph.
Connection restored. I'll make this quick. Plant's turrets took a beating, but I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you down the alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire. Hello? Wish I'd found this earlier. You notice those sensors around the facility? Part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tabs on how close the terramorph is. It's not connected to this network. There should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 183.5.
Really not the best time, Barrett.
Tracker's reading green. What's that sound?
Security lockdown is active.
Look, I wouldn't engage directly if you could avoid it. The kill lanes. They're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live. Once they're online, lead the terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks. Give it hell, Vanguard.
Yeah, I'd fight it if I had like more explosives, but I really don't, so I'm not really looking to fight it myself right now.
Stand clear. Additional power input required.
He's just over there fighting. He's either fighting all the turrets or he's fighting Barrett. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Just let the turrets do all the work, you know.
tracker's gone quiet. I suspect it's either hiding or... Wait. You did it, didn't you? Heavens above! You just flatlined a terramorph! Oh, yeah. Taken care of. No big deal. You didn't happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you?
I mean, I'm not saying it was no big deal. It was a terramorph.
All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs. Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this.
I only don't read all of those things to save time because I'm actually not the fastest reader, so it would take a long time to read through all of the lore notes that we find. I mean, I've read them all. When we get to like content that I haven't played, I'm probably going to take the time to read them, but I'll probably cut it so that it's not so long.
Nothing. Maybe a flag scan? No. Spectrograph. Damn. This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper analysis of our sample. But this terramorph being here, of all places, it doesn't make sense. Humanity's spread plenty of creatures in our travels across the stars. Pets, livestock, pests. But terramorphs? They're different. To our knowledge, no one's ever spread them intentionally. Yet somehow, they follow us.
Some say they're demons, others claim they're a witch's curse or a ghost's revenge. But the science is going to lead us to the real reason. I just know it.
It always
does. So when
does.
humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, terramorphs tend to just appear. No one knows how or why. Dangerous, but at least predictable. Talseti, though, it's too young to have a native population. It's only been colonized 20 years? But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers minding their own business? That seems awfully implausible. Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of terramorph growth, the results of which could be catastrophic. Terramorph outbreaks have taken down far bigger colonies than this one. You're right. We just need more information first. Time was, I had access to one of the best repositories of terramorph research in the galaxy. Seems a natural place to start looking, if I can figure how to access it. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed, get confirmation on just how concerned we should be. Luckily, I think I know just the person to help with the sample. What would you say to delivering this to him for me? Yeah, I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favors. See if I can't get access to that terramorph data. Plus, maybe just pop by a hospital for a little bit. Clear it with your commander first if you have to. You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian Sinan is worried there could be more attacks on the horizon. They should recognize the name. Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is. I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample analysis for this thing. Full workup. He'll know what that means. I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but last I heard he was contracting with the Trade Authority on Mars. There's a place called the Sixth Circle in Sidonia. Bar run by some old friends. I'll meet you and Percival there. And here. It's not a lot, but you've definitely earned it. Should cover the cost of fuel to Mars at least. Now please, go check in with your commander. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Alright, so then we gotta go back to New Atlantis to touch base with Tuala. Adrian's got a way bigger ship than us. We'll have to fix that.
Looks abandoned. Suddenly abandoned. Not liking that.
Something you need?
Welcome home, folks.
I was like, where's Barrett? There's only
Got a
so
minute
much
to chat?
space in this
Be a
ship.
few minutes.
Let's see what he's
Probably
got
got
to talk
hours.
about.
But no guarantees. I just wanted to say thanks for the daring rescue back there. I had plans for Matsura, of course, but I appreciate the backup. It's good to be part of a team, isn't it? To be part of something so much bigger than any one of us. So many things can go wrong out there. Working with people you can trust is important. That's why I've been in Constellation so long. It's good to have people who will help out when you're in a jam. Just wait till we get matching shirts and start having official cookie days. They're one of humanity's greatest achievements. Modern medicine, space travel, and cookies. Constellation is quite pro-cookie. Because, you see, we value human accomplishments. Speaking of which, I'm glad you joined Constellation. Just figured I'd mention it, since we haven't had much time to chat before. You know, being a member of Constellation has given me a lot of opportunities, and a fair bit of stress, I'll admit. It's hard to imagine just who I'd be had I never joined up. I would have never done so many things, met so many people. It's mind-boggling how different I would be. And I never would have met Irvin. Or lost him, I suppose. That's right. We can't know the consequences of the choices we never made, and anything beyond that is imagination alone. But for the choices we made, it feels just a bit closer, doesn't it? Irvin's been gone for over 20 years. Strange how memories can pop up when you least expect it. Oh, I've been giving myself nothing but space and time for years. But maybe it's time for me to really think about it. Well, maybe I'll take you up on that offer later on, Captain. I need some time to think about things. On that note, I think I'd do well to distract myself with a little adventure for a bit.
Alright. Yeah, Barrett's honestly one of my favorite companions. He's got an interesting sense of humor. We're going to have to do some work on the ship and expand it a bit so I have more storage space. This locker here is pretty much full. So this is where we're going to leave it for this episode, though. In the next one, we'll head back to New Atlantis, talk to Tuala, and then we'll probably just continue with the Vanguard questline for a bit. I know that the first 3 missions really for that really flow together kind of well as far as just doing those, and then from there we'll probably advance the Constellation questline a little bit. But please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next episode.